Hi, this is Al. I'm with MarineMax in Cumming, Georgia at Bald Ridge Marina on beautiful Lake Lanier. Today we're going to do something a little different. We're actually going to do a demo on this boat as if you were on it in person. That way you can get a good idea of this boat quality, features, characteristics, handling, all the things that are important to an owner and to a prospective buyer. The 320 happens to be my favorite boat of all the Sea Ray boats. The reason being is that the boat is small enough to be manageable, but big enough to spend a weekend on, spend time with your friends and family, and still have the amenities that you want, like air conditioning, heating, a submersible swim platform, all the things you want to have in a boat without going to a very large boat. This boat brings excellent value for the size of the boat, the price of the boat, and the features of the boat. In my opinion, better than any other boat that Sea Ray currently has in this category. Starting with the submersible swim platform. Your sun pad. A lot of people don't realize you have a sun pad. So you can sit facing aft, facing forward, or when underway, this gets closed and locked in place. Security door here keeps little ones in the boat, pets in the boat. Radio controller. Hot and cold water shower. As we come into the boat, here's your grill up top, sink, refrigerator, built-in trash, lots of seating all around. A table goes here, a bi-directional seat here, so when you want to join the crowd, you can sit down in face aft if you'd like. Or if you want to ride facing forward, you can do that. When you have extra guests on board, unlike any other Sundancer you've seen before, you can come up here, seat 3 more people comfortably. In the chaise lounge, there is an optional sunshade that can cover this area, radio controller on the side, USB port and 12-volt outlet underneath the armrest. Your anchor controller here as well as on your dash. Speakers up here all for your enjoyment. There is an optional table that can be mounted here as well. Okay, so we're getting ready to get underway. At this point, all I have done is disconnected the shore power cords, and I have gone to below and turned on the ignition for both the left port and starboard engine, since this is a twin engine boat. Okay, so we're currently stopped in the middle of Lake Lanier, and we're going to go over the features and controls of this boat, mainly the joystick operation and the digital controls that my hands are on right now. So I'm currently in neutral. When I'm in neutral, you can see a green light running around the joystick, and I'm prepared now to drive the boat with the joystick. With the joystick, I can go any direction I want, and I can run the boat without steering the boat. I can do it with a joystick up to about 2,500 RPMs. So right now, if I wanted to spin the boat around, instead of having to jockey 2 throttles, I simply twist the joystick in the direction I want to spin, and the boat starts to spin around. So I'm going to do a 360 so you can see the effect. I'm still in one spot spinning the boat. We've done a complete 360 with just the joystick. If I was at a dock and I wanted to get into a dock, not only can I back it in with and stand here and face turn as I do it, but if I'm a little off from one side to the other, I can slide the boat sideways from one side to the other simply by moving the joystick in the direction that I want the boat to be sideways. So now we're walking the boat sideways in the direction of the starboard side. You can see, if you look at the other side of the boat, you can see the lee wake of what's what we've just left from moving sideways. If you want to do both combined, you want to back up and go sideways at the same time, you can do that simply by adding a little reverse push at the same time, and now you can walk the boat sideways and backwards at the same time. It makes it very easy to get in and out of the dock. Some of the other options on this joystick that are very popular, one is Skyhook. Skyhook is, for all intents and purposes, a GPS anchor. It knows where its position is on the boat. When you hit this button, you get an audible alarm, the motor engages, and it keeps the boat in the position, not only in the latitude, longitude position or GPS position, but also it keeps the boat in the right attitude, so you're facing the way you were when you hit that button. This is handy for people waiting to get under bridges, or waiting to get into gas docks, or waiting for somebody to pull out of a slip, where you're going to stop for a few minutes, wait for something to happen before you can proceed, and you can do other things while this is in place. The only thing you don't want to do is let anybody jump overboard, because you are using the engines and engaging the propellers, and that's why you have this audible. The minute you hit that Skyhook button a second time, that function goes off, and now you operate the boat normally. The digital controller here has several buttons, but if on a twin engine boat, if you don't want to move both levers, you can hit this one lever button, it lights up, and then one lever controls both the port and starboard engine, just like if it were a single engine boat. It automatically keeps the engine RPMs in sync so that you don't have to worry about that. When you hit a button here called dock, it lowers the ability of RPMs to run up, so it makes it easier to maneuver around a dock, gives the controls more latitude so that you don't approach a dock too fast. One more feature while we're underway, we do have an automatic pilot function here. It is also on this joystick control. When I push this button, it picks up the current heading, whatever it is on your compass, and it holds that course. If you want to change your course, you can change it by 10 degrees left or right by twisting the joystick, or you can do it by 1 degree by pushing it left and right, and it adjusts the heading of the boat by 1 degree. I'm going to run the boat up now to maximum RPMs and bring it down to a comfortable cruising speed to get you an idea of the feel of the boat and the comfort of the boat. Running 3,500, 3,600 RPMs, and that is at our comfortable cruising speed. This is where you're going to get your most fuel efficiency out of this boat when cruising on a plane. A wide open throttle, speed over ground will increase. Go somewhere between 38 and 40 miles an hour, depending upon conditions, load, amount of fuel, all the things that affect the weight of the boat. But it does that very comfortably, very easily. The other thing that you'll notice when you drive this boat is when you make a hard turn, which we're going to do, it drives very much like a smaller boat. So you can put it 3 spaces. course, there are a lot of features on this boat, that so many of which we can't get all into the short video. You know, we didn't even talk about the trim tabs that are on the boat, or a dynamic running surface capability. The heated air conditioning cockpit area can be fully enclosed and used up top as well as below for living space. This boat has it all. Come see it. You've now seen it run. All you need to do is make it yours. Thanks for watching.